Welcome to e-learning. This time it's about conversions. And the problem we have to deal with is to convert 12 square meter to square millimeter. And in order to do that, there's a plan. And the plan is consisting of 4 points. First one is, what do I expect the result to be? A larger numerical quantity or a smaller one? I have to set up the scale. I have to do the conversion. And finally, I have to evaluate the result. So the first thing I do is I write up the exercise, conversion in 2 dimensions, 12 square meter to square millimeter, and as the notes say, use the plan. So what do I actually expect? Yeah, I expect a larger numerical quantity, and why is that so? If you look at the note, you can see it's because millimeter is a smaller unit than meter, and therefore the numerical quantity must be bigger. The next thing I have to do is I have to set up the scale, and it is the scale between meter and millimeter, and I do the scale in 1 dimension. To help me, I have a table of conversion, and as you can see here, milli means 1,000th of a unit. So that means that 1,000 millimeter is the same as 1 meter. So let's do the scale. I have 1 meter is equal to 1,000 millimeter. And please note that I use scientific notation here. So each time you have a meter, you have 1,000 millimeter. So there's 1 times 10 to the power of 3 millimeter per meter. The next thing you have to do is you have to do the conversion. And the conversion is about writing up the numerical quantity, which was 12, the unit, which was square meter, and then you times it with the parenthesis, and inside the parenthesis you put your scale, and the scale was 1 times 10 to the power of 3 millimeter each time you have a meter. Close the parenthesis and raise it to the 2nd power. When you calculate the parenthesis, you get 1 times 10 to the power of 6, and 1 times 10 to the power of 6 is the same as a million. And millimeter must be squared, and so must meter. The next thing you do is you simplify. So what you get is you get 12 times 10 to the power of 6 millimeter squared. Said in another way, you have 12 million millimeters squared. Look how meter squared and meter squared eat each other, said in a popular way. What we miss now is we miss to evaluate our result, and what we get is we get a bigger numerical quantity. We were starting with 12 and we end up with 12 million. So the chance that the result is right is big. If you want to convert volume, look at the note.